Hey everybody, this is Florian again from Pure Racing Team, back with a new video from Zolder. We're driving in the McLaren and I will quickly guide you through a hot lap with me. So we're back again with standard settings. You can see here in the info table. I will minimize this now and will guide you through the track and give you some short explanations about cornering and so on, and which gear you use in which corner. I will also give you this time my setup right below to the video, so that you can try and learn with my setup together on this track. It's a pretty tricky track. You have very slippery corner exits, but let's start to go through first now. So we come to the last corners, let's say, which is a preparation for a hot lap. You take the left corner here really tight. Try to avoid the bumps here on the inside. You can see here this white bumps. You should not take them completely, because then it makes your car spin around on the rear. On the right side, the bumps can be taken a little, so you're able to cut them a little bit, and you shift up pretty quickly to second gear, that you have a stable rear and can accelerate pretty early on full throttle here. Try to take the full left side here with you. So we're going down to first corner. I'll stop here. You see here on the street some black lines. This is at the moment my braking point, since I have no other point at this track where I can take as my braking point here. I'll shift down to third gear and try to hit here at the inside the curb a little bit. And at this point I start to accelerate full throttle directly. Here on the right side of the exit of the pit lane there is this white line. There's a little corner, let's say, and here you start your next braking zone. You shift down to second gear and try to let roll the car really slowly and very near to the inside here, where the shadow was from the lamp here on the side. You roll it here, and here is about the point where you start to accelerate once again. You accelerate up to third gear pretty quickly, because the rear is really unstable in this corner. And now here at this point you start to brake for the next right-hander. You are in fifth gear now. You shift down to third and try to brake really hard quickly at the beginning, and then let it roll again with third gear until you reach the end of this curbs behind the curb. And at the point when you reach the end of these higher curbs, let's say, you start to accelerate full throttle in third gear and take the full left exit down to the big straight here. And now right behind the 100 meter you have a gray stuff on the street, or it's brown maybe on some screens, and exactly at the beginning of this brown stuff, this dirt on the street, let's say, I start to brake here down to second. And now you have to avoid this left side corner, so try to avoid the high bump here. But as soon as you have avoided this, let's say, so you steer in really tight but try to avoid the bump, and as soon as you're here, you're aiming directly onto the bump here to hit it with the right side of the car, and try to full throttle accelerate then pretty early through that corner. You take it really wide here, try to avoid this lawn here. This was a little bad exit, let's say. Usually you shift down, you shift up pretty early here to third gear, that you're able to accelerate faster and that the rear is a little stable. Now full throttle, all in the left corner. Now at the shadows here, where the shadow stops here, and then is a little sunshine on the street, and then again a shadow. Here at this point you have your next braking point. You have a hard braking point where you lose the brake really slightly to the end and shift down to second and then to first gear to get the inside of this curb here. So you're steering really tight to the right, but watch out, here you can get really easy on off track. So don't steer in too hard and don't come too wide from the outside. It is really tricky here with the off tracks. And now you directly switch over, so you have a switch over directly to the left side. You try to cut the left curb here really bad. Here you won't get so easily an off track. You can cut it a little more. You can also get a little more, little over the higher bumps here on the inside, the white bumps here you can see. And you all do this in first gear. Here you give a little shot on the throttle, so a little kick on the throttle, shift up to second gear and try to slide over these curbs here on the inside, on the right side, and try to accelerate from this point here a little quick. And here you try to take the full curb on the outside where you're accelerating, and then you shift up to third already pretty early, that you get a stable rear, because it's the most slippery part of this track. You accelerate full throttle. At the moment when you saw right now, my rear was coming a little, and at that point I lift throttle, let it roll around the corner, and at this point I start to accelerate full throttle out of this corner again, that I can really get this outside. Here you can see it was a little tricky. I had to steer back. Usually when you have a little lower temperatures, not that 44 degree I had here, degrees Celsius I had here on the track, then you can accelerate pretty easily in third gear, full throttle out. Now you shift up to 4/5, and then at the point on the left side there was the sign right now. At a little before the sign you start to brake, full brake, no throttle, down to first gear, and try to take that corner here on the right side extremely tight, roll around, and at that point here, when you're at the end of the curb here, you start to accelerate full throttle in first gear, try to take all the road with you, all the left side, and now full throttle back again to the back straight here. At the 100-meter sign here on the right side, we start to brake again and go then again, as told at the beginning, really tight around this left side corner, left-hand corner, and again try to avoid again the curbs on the left side. So that was one lap. It was a 129.5 at 44 degree. I will give you now once again the full lap with my steering and brake inputs. I will make it a little bigger again so that you can make once again the full lap with me on that track. So have fun at watching. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, if you like that videos and if you can learn something out of it, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel or join our Facebook page with a little like. So have fun at training, and we will see us next time. Bye.